Hello everyone, I am Yisong. Today, I'll be doing an iodine clot reaction test. This experiment basically shows that when two solutions, A and B, are mixed together, a sudden color change should occur. For this experiment, I'll need a few materials. Firstly, I'll need 3 vitamin C 1000 mg tablets, 50 milliliters of 2.5% iodine tincture, 115 milliliters of 3% hydrogen peroxide, a few pinches of corn flour, and also a liter of distilled water. I have to make sure that this is distilled water and not pure water, as pure water may contain some other minerals. Also, I need some beakers, 2 spoons, a funnel, a coffee filter, a mortar, and also a piece of paper. So, I'll start making solution A by first taking out 3 vitamin C pills. Then I'll powderize these 3 vitamin C pills. Then I'll transfer the crushed pills into a beaker. I'll then add 60 milliliters of distilled water into this beaker. That's 50, and then another 10. Okay. Now I'm done adding the 60 milliliters of distilled water. I'll then stir the vitamin C solution for around half a minute. I don't have to completely dissolve the vitamin C tablets because most of the vitamin C crushed pills are just fillers and they're not soluble in water. Now, after stirring the vitamin C solution, I'll filter it through a coffee filter into a beaker labeled A. While we are waiting for the vitamin solution to be filtered through the coffee filter, I'll mix solution B in the middle. For solution B, we will need a few pinches of corn flour. So just measure the corn flour using a spoon. just a little will do. After adding the corn flour, I'll pour in about 350 milliliters of distilled water. To dissolve as much corn flour as possible, I will have to boil this cornstarch solution in the microwave. Okay, so now my cornstarch solution has been boiled and I can add in my 150 milliliters of 3% hydrogen peroxide. Okay, so now I am done with my solution B and I can move back to making solution A. For my vitamin C solution, it has been filtered through the coffee filter by now and I can remove the funnel. Now, I need to add in 15 milliliters of 2.5% iodine tincture to my vitamin C solution. As you can see, the iodine tincture is actually very dark at first, but once I add it to the vitamin C solution, it should turn back to being colorless, as the vitamin C in the solution, it will reduce the iodine in the iodine tincture into iodine, which is colorless. So now I shall pour in the iodine tincture. As I've said, it has become colorless after I've swirled it. Okay, now to finish making my solution A, I need to top things up to 500 milliliters with distilled water. Okay, there we are done. Now I'll move on to the fun part. As you can see, both our solution A and B are near colorless at first. But once I add an equal amount of both of them to this beaker, watch carefully what happens. So I shall add in 200 milliliters of solution A. And 200 milliliters of solution B. There, look, the solution has immediately turned dark blue. Why does this happen? I'm sure you might be asking. I'll explain to you why this happens. I have written 3 reactions here which has happened in our beaker. So, firstly, the first reaction shows that the vitamin C in our solution A, it will reduce our iodine into iodide. However, when we mix solutions A and B together in this beaker, the hydrogen peroxide in solution B will oxidize the iodide back into iodine. So these 2 reactions are competing against each other because the iodine, which is being oxidized by the hydrogen peroxide, it will be reduced by the vitamin C again, vice versa. However, these 2 reactions happen very fast because the iodine is very temporary and does not last very long. While these 2 reactions are happening, what we see here in this solution is that it is colorless. However, the vitamin C in this solution, it eventually runs out because we have added an excess of hydrogen peroxide. So, iodine and iodide starts to build up, and together they form a triiodide ion. It reacts with starch to form a blue-black iodine starch complex. All this happens very fast, and this is why a sudden color change occurs. Thank you for watching my video today, and I hope that you have learned something new about the iodine clock reaction test